Hey, my Love Island fans, we got to talk about today's episode. We had two bombshells arrive, and they are related. We had an explosive fight with one of our couples, and there's a lot of deception going on in this episode. Welcome back to Romance Review TV. It's Lady T, and I got another recap for you guys. Love Island Australia Season 4, Episode number 22. And without any further ado, let's talk about what went down in Spain in this episode. So, coming off that previous episode, the Truth Bike unearthed a lot of unhappy feelings, especially with one of our couples. We had a dumping also with Tak leaving the villa, the good guy who he left a message saying, hey ladies, leave the F-boys alone. Speaking of, we got Colum who coupled up with Tina. And as much as I don't understand why Tina coupled up with him, she thought it was pretty interesting and exciting that the red flags is telling her mixed messages.
Try and make things work with somebody else, or she's just going to crawl back to her ex. I'm in the middle, and I'm the one who's going to be mugged off in there.
Colum, you already known that her heart was torn for Mitch, but let's see what Tina had to say about these red flags.
Why though?
I don't know. I'm just a bit nervous about it, but that's probably also a good thing as well. Yeah. I feel like we do have something, and that's the point of this. Battling with myself on my head and my heart, and my heart doesn't always listen to my head.
And that seems to be the running trend with anybody that signs up for Colum. However, Colum has his own strategy, which shows why he really don't get too attached.
A little bit, so that, I'm trying my best with her, because I actually do want to try my best with her, but at the same time, don't put myself in a situation where I'm going to be mugged off. Don't get mugged off in Wales. I'm definitely not getting mugged off in Spain.
Oh well, Tina, let's switch gears, because we got good guy Austin, who really has made a great impression on Claudia, who her history also includes guys that she chose and hurt her in the process. But her choosing Austin seems like a great one. And he's falling for her and she is falling for him, which is awesome to see. There's another couple that's falling for each other. And yeah, that's Phoebe and Mitchell. And yeah, check it out.
Closer than ever. I am definitely falling hard.
When you find that person, but the chances of it actually happening, I feel aren't always that high. I genuinely found someone, and I'm actually literally about to fall in love with a guy.
So, can you actually believe it? Both Phoebe and Claudia are now falling for the guys that they're now coupled up with. And hey, that's what Love Island is about. However, for this particular couple, Phoebe H mentioned exactly what she's falling for. Hard.
You're a shopaholic, are you?
I wouldn't say I'm a shopaholic, but I really love just going to the shops.
I couldn't think of anything worse.
We already know I'm good at saving. We've talked about that.
She absolutely loves shopping, however, Jordan don't. But she also can talk to cats. This whole scene was just so crazy to me. But okay, whatever. She can talk to cats. So we got this unfinished business going on between Tina and Mitch. And with the previous recoupling, Mitch wanted to know if Tina had first pick, would it have been him?
That wasn't my first pick.
Yeah.
I don't want it to affect anything else, but I kind of now it's awkward because it's hard for me now to jump into bed with someone when there's kind of can of worms now. To being honest, I just feel kind of disappointed that I'm not cup Mitch. Oh, sorry, I had to do that.
And my ex, who I'm not even sure how I feel right now about her, in the same bed. I don't know how I'm going to react. I don't know how I'm going to feel.
I'm nervous about even opening things up with Mitch. I know I'm doing a stupid thing. I'm embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. I'm appalled. I want to be girl power and be I've moved on, see ya later. But it just doesn't feel like that. And I'm just really pissed off at myself. With Mitch, which I put to the back of my mind, was the fact that obviously Tina's here and he's still connected to Tina. But I hope that we can actually see where this goes.
Seeing each other with other people and all that, we both just have to do it.
Don't touch me.
Oh my God, is it because of your hair?
I can touch you. It's like it's got product in it.
You know what? They need to just stop playing with the people that they're coupled up with and just move back to each other, because it's not fair to the people who are really wanting to be in something. So now we have another hot girl on the horizon, and that is another Maddie, Madeline.
I'm Maddie, I'm 25 and I live in Melbourne. I feel like my sexiest feature would have to be my smile, but always go for the booty. My typical type would be a guy that is confident, outgoing, easy to talk to, and definitely hide on him. Girls, you better watch out because I may steal your man.
So I know you saw that thumbnail where it says we have twins. Well, the first of our twins is Madeline, and she's waiting for Islanders to spot her. And of course, Colum was the first one to chat her up. And he's like, who are you? And I don't know, but you banging. And I mean, Colum is being truly Colum.
Banging, like 10 out of 10. Like, it is mental. She looks like she's been sculpted. She's too banging to be real life.
It's real.
Is it?
It's a Spanish slang for it.
Like, there's bombs and bombshells, but she's a nuke.
So Colum starts to get to know Madeline, and for the most part, the conversation went on pretty well. I mean, anytime a new bombshell comes into the villa, Colum is over the moon excited. The question is, what did Madeline actually think of Colum?
As I was not disappointed. He was tan, he had the smile, and I just knew straight away he had this energy about him that we would just... I feel like you're quite bubbly.
I'm pretty bubbly, yeah. I'm used to first half and stuff anyway.
That's like key for me. I feel like I need to be able to like vibe with the person. You're getting giddy here, aren't you?
She is hot, blue eyes, proper flirt. She is literally a female version of me, but I think she might even be hotter than me. Do I look alright?
And of course, in true Colum fashion, he had to start some mess. And he brought no other than Al, which set off a domino effect the rest of this episode.
Hold on a minute, I'm being a bit greedy here now. These boys need to see this weapon that's just walked through the door.
Be as quiet as possible.
So he goes to pull this man out of his sleep. However, I was wondering what Al's response is going to be. And of course, Al thought this was one of the biggest surprises that he ever had in the villa. It's the best alarm that he could have received. And, you know, they sneak and they speak to Maddie, and there's another guy that Colum is going to bring out, of course, too, and that's Mitch. But we'll see how that goes in a minute. But the question is, what is Al's response going to be to the new bombshell?
Really good bombshell. As soon as I saw her, I knew she's going to be trouble.
Oh, yeah, just wait, Al. She's going to be a lot of trouble for you, because I don't think Jessica is going to be happy with the whole interaction that you're about to have.
Sick, you know, it's probably even better than now you're here.
He's into her. I can tell he's into her.
What's your typical type?
Blonde hair, blue eyes, tanned.
Me right now.
She's a beautiful girl, got beautiful eyes, and I was keen to, you know, chat to her. Oh, you hear me? Oh, what the fuck?
So the boys are excited about Madeline. They bring Mitch into the mix, and as much as he was for Tina yesterday, where is he now?
And she's actually a rocket, so, yeah, I don't know, the boys' heads are just going, whoop, whoop, whoop. That's actually what we do.
And of course, after having conversation with Madeline, they got to figure out a way to get her into the bedroom. So they decide to sneak her in.
Black, getting her through the room without waking anyone up, trying to find where the limbo lounge is, was difficult.
Callum's like leading me through. We did a cheeky booty grab just quietly. Not sure if it was his hand, but...
Oh, it's a hot chick sitting on the couch. Like, why?
Hello! Oh my God. Are you freaking kidding me? I can't even.
So, remember that domino effect I was talking about? Well, it begins here because, as we know, Jess is very territorial, as she is in a coupling with Al. And yeah, she's going to want to know what was his interaction when he was conversing with the new Bombshell. However, the second and third hand information went through Phoebe from Mitch. However, was it second or third hand information, or was it exactly the truth? But does it faze Jessica? Remember, she says she's a 10 out of 10.
She's hot, but like she's obviously not me. So I was like, whatever, nothing to worry about. Like I'm a 10 out of 10 and Al's in it just for me. I want to know what Al said to you.
It was pretty flirty.
Okay,
He's a flirty person.
Tell me what he said.
I feel like he's got a flirty personality.
Can you tell me what he said?
I can't even recall what he said, to be honest. Just being flirty. He was putting out the vibes that he was, you know.
So with Madeline giving her take and Phoebe adding her 2 cents in about what was said, yeah, it goes downhill fast from here. And Al has no idea what's being said. Now, the interesting thing is, and pay attention to this later, Jessica doesn't want anybody in her business, but she invited everybody into her business. And with the information she has now, she has doubts.
Like I just felt my heart just sink and I was like, wow, like I think I'm just being played.
So she got this input from the girls, from what they heard from the boys. And yes, it sparked the conversation.
Open mind.
What are you saying? Never mind. Why do people say that? Is that because of the truth, like?
No, because I heard something this morning.
I never said the word open.
Doesn't matter. That's what I heard the other way.
Who told you that?
Phoebe and Claudia.
How do the girls know that?
From the boys. Apparently you said that to her.
I didn't say that to her. How would they know? How would they know that? I never said the word open.
What impression did you give her?
I didn't give any impressions
Then why are the boys saying?
I don't know what they're saying. Jess reckons I sat down and I said I'm very open to getting to know her.
It's been twisted.
How fucking twisted is that?
Then why are the girls telling me that?
Jess,
I've never ever
why
flirted.
are you listening to other people? You're not going to listen to Al. Like, that's the thing, but you got to have the trust in Al and what he's saying. You can't be listening to everyone else.
But then why are you telling your couples that he said he's
I
open?
say audio.
Well, then why am I hearing it from them?
He's told you from day one to get to know other bombs, and he's told you from day one that he's going to get to know other bombshells.
That's not the problem, Callum. And anyway, I don't even want to hear from you. So, like, don't get into my business. Why did you call them?
If Al's telling you he didn't say that, someone's doing shit.
Believe Al.
You know what? This conversation's not even over, so stop interjecting.
Jack,
Okay, we'll out of it. We'll stay out of it.
Do you want to go somewhere else?
Fucking
Yeah.
hell.
She can't just ask us questions.
Fucking sick of the boys. With me and Al, it was an A and B conversation. I think it's appropriate for the boys to see themselves out of it. I think the full story. They don't know what Al and I are talking about it. Their input is null and void.
So the input started the conversation. Now, to get extra information, you don't want them to have input in the conversation, especially coming from the boys. This situation is a hot mess, and a lot of it started because of Callum and, of course, what Al said to Madeline the Bombshell, which, of course, got back 4 different ways.
How things get turned around in the villa, how words get twisted. I say one thing and, it goes through 2-3 different people. By the time it gets to Jess, it's a completely different sentence with a different context.
I wouldn't have.
I don't have any confidence in it.
I would not have asked for any of this if I didn't hear the stuff that I heard, and that came from them.
Can you not listen to people and just have confidence in yourself and in what we have already? This is going to keep going. And then what do you think happens on the outside world? Because I've been thinking about us on the outside and I'm confident we'll work. But then if this keeps, and then there's going to be not just one girl, it's going to be 100 different girls. I think it's going to be a lot harder. It's going to be 10 times harder. Say a girl comes up to me and talks to me, takes a photo, sends it to Jess. Jess will probably just see red and just automatically thinks I'm cheating or I'm doing something wrong. Where she's really just got to calm down and not just think of the worst case scenario.
And Al would absolutely know, especially him coming off of Mavs season 9. Just ask Olivia and Jackson and the girl that was flirting with him as a publicity stunt. So, yeah, you have to be solid if you're going to date in this particular scenario. And still, Al has to deal with what he said, though. However, the boys try to give them advice. Jessica, you need to listen to Austin, if anybody.
The way you were interjecting in our conversations was highly disrespectful.
You're right. And
like, I felt at some of the stuff that I heard because I clearly like Al. And for you to, like, interject and, like, have a laugh about it, it's not like, I don't care, but I don't do that to your chat.
Go in, because you're going to make me trouble, bro.
As if I want to hear from them. Like, I think those boys should focus on their relationship than butting into mine.
I just said, like, you know, things like this is always going to happen in the outside world, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So
but it's not about that. It's one of you guys said something.
I think
things get, like I said to Jess, I think things can get misinterpreted and twisted.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be Chinese whispers non-stop. It's
exactly.
Always, like, people say one thing, say, Al, like, if I say to her, you know, yeah, I'll get to know her. And then someone goes, he's open to get to know her. And then he goes, he really wants to get to know her as a girlfriend.
Exactly. It's just
and he's like, he really wants to get to know her. Like it's like a chain. All it takes is 2-3 people down the link. And the story's completely twisted.
That's the thing as well. You have to also understand that you don't know the situation, so you can't blow up straight away at Al. It's important to talk to him first.
But did I blow up at Al?
Well, I don't know.
So that's you jumping to conclusions.
No, I didn't jump to conclusions.
No, I'm so sick of it because you guys are making me out to be a psycho.
I'm not.
No, just wait.
No, I don't want to fucking talk to any of you. You guys are fucking, like, villainizing me. I'm so sick of it. Fucking being disrespectful. But I didn't even go off on Al. I fucking just told him what I heard.
They're just assuming that's what they do.
Yeah, I know, but I'm sick of it, Claudia. I'm fucking sick of it.
I know hard to get through to Jess when she's like this. You need to just tread really lightly and hope for the best, because one wrong word and she will snap.
So, Claudia, help your girl out, because look like she is really struggling right now. So, Madeline, the bombshell, decided to talk to Al to kind of get some clarity on exactly what he meant.
A little bit, like, I don't know if that was him just being welcoming or if that's just like his sort of personality, but I think I'm gonna have to dig a little bit deeper.
Anyways, Al, do you want to, I don't know, do you guys want to sit by the pool?
I'll go for a chat?
You going for a chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Bye. Do you want to go for a chat?
Yeah. Why don't you do it right now?
Some bitch.
Awkward.
I feel dirty. Number one, you're ballsy. And number two, look at you and look at me. I'm a 10 out of 10 weapon, and you're a 5 out of 10 bombshell that's come in late for a reason, because you got no main character energy.
She actually called her a 2.
Like, I love banter, I love making jokes. And then I just ended up just taking it too far.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I just toned down the jokes.
Do you think, like, you turn your head, like, you're open to getting to know other people?
I can't say that just yet.
He's obviously told Jess, that he's settled with her, and, like,
Madeline, girl, if I was you, I would just move on out of that chaos. Anywho, speaking of moving on, she moves on to a conversation with Mitch. And I think she would have a better chance with him, even though he may be still a little bit stuck on Tina. And that, of course, is unfinished business.
Yeah, a bit of a vibe. He's a very flirty person, I'm a very flirty person. You're definitely my vibe. I feel like not even looks-wise, though. Also personality. I feel like you're quite outgoing and, like...
Yeah, but I already can tell you're, like, confident and outgoing.
Confident and outgoing.
I'm fucking confident as fuck.
Oh, no, you're like, I know,
I'm borderline cocky.
I think Mads is the full package. Personality's great. She's got great banter, good chat, and she's obviously amazing to look at too. So I think Mads is definitely a bit of a catch, to be honest.
However, we do have our other bomb, which is Hugh, who is also the twins' brother, making a connection with Tina.
He's coming with a fire in his belly, so I think he's definitely come in. Good time, bringing some fresh meat into the villa, and I think he's going to fit in nicely.
Also, who's making a connection with the new bomb, Hugh, is Stella. Now, Stella was coupled up with Column, and yeah, we all know where that's headed. But now, what is her connection with Hugh?
She's ticking a few boxes for sure.
So now with the twins officially in the villa, both Madeline and Hugh, they can actually get to gauge who's best for who.
The
They don't know we're twins as well, because I feel like if they had have clued onto it, maybe they wouldn't have been as transparent, obviously knowing I'm his twin. So I feel like it's good that I'm getting the raw sort of feedback.
Here's the lowdown.
Okay, so the rundown. So Tina she likes your vibe. She said, like, you had a really great personality, like, when you walked in. She was like, yeah, you're really, like, energetic. Yeah, and then Stella said that she had personality as well, like very, like, you know, like out there, like cheeky, very confident, stuff like that. I feel like everyone said like you're quite confident.
Bang, like to be fair, when I came in, I said I was into blondes as well. Like that's my track record. So attractive girl, I had a chat with her and like the chat was really good, flowed well, good banter, had a cheeky little flirt, threw a few little comments there, got it back. So.
Got a little cheeky comment.
Game on, boys.
I love it, bro.
Game on, let's see. Let's win with that.
So are you two battling for the new chick? Is that what's it?
Yeah, I'm going balls deep for this new Miss Bird. Like I'm fucking going balls deep. I'm not messing about.
Fucking hell. Yeah, it is 100% weird hearing the boys saying they're going to crack on with my sister. That was awkward and hard. Like, I'm a super overprotective brother. In the normal world, if I go out there and someone's like tuning up my sister or saying she's hot, I'm like, I'll shut it down straight away. So to be sitting there and egging it on and handshaking him and slapping him about how hot my sister is, I was low-key thinking,
Wow, that has to be absolute cringy to hear, you know, guys or gals talk about your brother or your sister, and especially how Colin was descriptive of going balls deep in Hugh's sister.
What I mean by AstroTurf, she is perfect.
Callum, he speaks so fast, and the accent, I feel like I can barely understand it, but yeah, it's hot, so it's fine.
any brothers and sisters?
I'm quite a big family. I was trying to be very vague when Callum was asking me about my family. Impressed with Callum's muscles, yes.
So now it's time for a session with Austin and Claudia regarding Jessica and Al's dilemma. And Jessica really shows her level of maturity in this scene.
But you know that I think we're worth fighting for. We've gone through a lot. I feel like the positives outweigh the negatives, and this is just something minor that's been blown out before.
I'm going to watch this back, Al. And if I hear that you've done something else, we're done. I don't like lying. So tell me right now.
Yeah.
I think what's more important is that you shouldn't trust your partner a bit more.
Well, then tell everyone else to get the fuck out of our business then.
I think they're doing a good job being in our business.
To be fair, I'm quite done with this chat.
We're not leaving until it gets resolved.
I like that.
Well, I'm going to sit here in silence.
Jess is definitely being unreasonable right now. You think, oh yeah, we're getting somewhere, and then we're back, and you're like, oh my fucking goodness, are you serious again? You can communicate here, so I've got to work in the outside world.
That's why I'm trying to cut it off now.
No, but why? It's an easy way out.
It's not going to work in any other
Why are you
relationship
going
on
to
the outside world.
take the easy way out for? Well, what do you want?
Stop fucking flirting.
Are you closed off to getting to know bombs?
Yes.
Are you closed off to getting to know bombshells? Perfect. That's communication. That's one down. Yes. What else can you do?
Stop being so scared of confrontation.
You have to be okay with that.
If you want to make it work, you might.
I can do it. I can do it.
He's doing that for you, and he's used to that, you know?
Okay.
What do you think Jess needs to work on?
That's cool.
I think I've been grilled enough.
No. You have to hear from Al.
I just want Jess to be better at controlling her anger and not making decisions when emotional.
Yeah.
Yep. Can you do that?
Are you kidding me, Al? I only kicked off.
Can you do that?
Whatever. Yeah, whatever. I'm just saying yes. Shut this up. Underneath the fiery side, I do have feelings and act like I don't care on the outside, but on the inside, I'm a very sensitive person.
Go.
We're going to go.
But you guys aren't allowed to leave these beanbags until it's resolved. So, Pete?
Do you want to look at the photos of us together, Jess?
No, I'm not looking at them.
Look at them, they're really nice.
No.
Okay, well, you guys are going to stay here until it's
Stay here.
Until it's resolved. This issue does not end until you guys hug and kiss.
Okay.
Understood?
Hurry up.
Gonna hug?
Love you both.
Jess.
Can you get some fucking shorts?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. Me and Claudia left to go let them work it out. They do need their alone time. Feel the affection.
Then Jessica doubles down on Al and decides to give him the silent treatment.
Was just thinking about giving us another chance. It was just pure silence. Nice sunset, isn't it?
Huh?
It's a beautiful sunset.
Fuck the sunset.
Wow, really, Jess? Well, she's on an emotional roller coaster, highs and lows that she's taking Al on. And yeah, she goes on to explain it.
Gone through quite a bit of a rough patch, and I just feel like the way Al deals with conflict and the way I deal with conflict are very different. I just wanted to chat to you about like what happened today. I feel like my mood at the moment is just like it goes up and then it goes down.
Yeah.
It goes up and goes down, goes up and goes down, goes up and it goes down.
Yeah.
And I feel like there's certain parts where like I'm happy to forgive you.
Yeah.
But then parts where I sort of don't and I have my doubts. Like, I need to understand how you feel. Like, do you feel like you're closed off to getting to know other bombshells because I am? Or do you feel...
Because I want to.
Or do you feel... talk to me more about that then.
Yeah, like after the hideaway, opened up to you. I know you a lot as well, and I really grew to like you more because of the conversations we had. That night, I want to try and make things work, hopefully on the outside. So, in order to do that, I can't be tuning birds that walk in here.
But do you want to tune birds? Like,
No,
that's what I want to know.
no, I'll tell you. So, I don't need more than one bird.
Good, because I'm greedy and I want you all to myself.
Like that. I want you to be greedy. I want you to sell nothing less than me.
I don't want to show
And
you.
only me.
Yeah, I only want you. I just needed to keep hearing the words so I can believe them. And I do believe Al. I feel like he's only in here for me, which is good.
So I guess once she cooled down, she decided to have a conversation with Al, which that conversation probably should have happened a while ago. However, they're back in a good place and they're smooching and loving on each other. But how long is this going to last, especially when the truth comes out? So the Islanders get a text message to play a game of truth or dare because they couldn't find any other games to play. But this also gave the opportunity for couples to kind of figure out where the connections are or the singles and to reveal the new set of twins.
We've got someone to say, I don't think we can kiss.
We are twins!
Oh my God.
Yes, so we have a set of twin brother and sister in the villa. And of course, some of these Islanders are shocked because of some of the things that they've said to each of the twins. So we got to stay tuned to see what they do to shake up the villa moving forward. Okay, so let's get the conversation started. What do you think the twins are going to do? Do you think they're going to break up some of the solid couples? And what about Jess and Al? Do you think they're going to make it out on the outside? So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.